Yeah.
I've seen people eat like steaks, like men eat steaks in the shower, and they post it on their Facebook. And they're like, I'm in America, so I'm eating a steak.
Who are these people? Welcome back to Privy. Privy is a podcast about bathrooms, recorded from my home bathroom. I'm your host, Hunter Hoover, and I'm joined this week in home restroom. Is this the weirdest outing you've had to someone's house? It's fine.
A little bit.
Awesome.
A little bit.
I'm joined by Shiloah Powell. I almost said your maiden name, and then
that's all right. I'll take both.
Yeah, I knew you for so long prior to being wed, but now you are very much wed. So
yeah, almost 2 years.
Yeah. Like December will be 2, right?
Yeah, it'll be 2 beginning of December.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. Yep, it flies by. So how are you?
I'm good. I feel very pregnant.
Yeah. Jason has shared a bit about your process, but I'm sure it's different coming from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the 95 degree outside that I complain about? It's probably just fine with that in pregnancy and nothing's bad.
Well, I did have a fainting problem that I had to resolve with my provider, but due to the heat, so not exactly.
Do you guys have AC?
Yeah.
Okay. That's helpful.
I'm good inside.
Okay. That's helpful.
Work has AC, home has AC. We're perfect.
Good. Okay. And do you want to share a little bit about your job? I don't know if you can. Jason's not allowed to talk about his job, and some people are like, yeah, I love talking about my job.
I can share a bit, and I change names and genders and ages, but because I have to comply with HIPAA.
Yeah.
But I am a dental front desk.
Okay.
At a very busy clinic because, hot tip, if you have OHP and you live in Oregon, there's a shortage of dentists, so make an appointment because we're booked into April.
Yeah, that makes sense because our dentists, they don't even like our insurance. And we have
and now most places don't take United Healthcare, so we're one of the few that do.
Ah, I remember the United days. We had United when I worked in Salem. We liked it. It was good.
As someone who sends out the claims,
you're like,
no.
Don't.
They're liars.
Oh, really?
You will give them the doctor's note
Shots
and all the notes they
United.
need, and then they're like, you never gave us that. You never sent out the pre-auth. We're going to deny this claim. And then you have a sweet old lady fighting $3,000 that was denied. They said they'd approved for 3 months until they're like, okay, I guess we'll pay it.
That's awful.
So they deserved it.
Yeah, that sucks when it's like older folks that are on fixed income that get taken advantage of by that. That's awful.
It's always the sweet old Medicare ladies that they screw over.
Do you see that pretty frequently there?
Yeah.
That sucks. That would make me angry at, I guess, my government? I don't know. It's easy to be mad at the government.
Well, that's the nice thing about OHP is they're very clear about what they do and don't pay.
Right.
And then if they aren't clear about it, they're like, oh, we weren't clear about it, so we'll pay that.
Yeah.
So
working in the dentist's front desk, have you ever had, has anybody had, I have to ask, has anybody ever had a bathroom accident in the dentist's office?
Oh, yeah. Mostly little kids.
Okay.
That they get scared or one thing we'll do is oh, mom needs to get a filling, couldn't get a babysitter. We're like, oh, your kid's 7, it's fine. They can color in the lobby, as long as they don't have needs. They can hang out with you in the room. They can hang out in the lobby. It's right. It's a very small clinic,
man.
so it's right there. But there are a few times where the kid doesn't want to ask, and then they just end up peeing themselves. So I
oh my
it up.
Gosh.
Or we've had some other folk you get pregnant ladies in the chair and older folks, but those we don't talk about those ones.
Yeah.
You pretend those don't exist.
Yeah.
Just the little kid ones exist.
Yeah,
no one else.
There was we had a lady where I work at the school had an accident one time, and everybody just pretended like it didn't exist. It was the best path forward.
I mean, I've had an accident at work, so.
No.
I did.
Did you call Jason?
So I had really, really bad. My first trimester, every day I had a 2 to 4 hour window where I could eat. And if it wasn't that window, I was constantly throwing up. So one day I threw up so hard that it came out my nose, and I peed myself. It was a very bad day.
So you threw up so hard that you peed your pants?
Yeah, I threw up really hard. Like, I was throwing out joints while I was throwing up, because it's like a full body experience. Like, you're shaking, throwing up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
So. Yeah.
Has it gotten better, the throwing up?
Yeah. Okay. Now if I do it, it's just because of acid reflux.
Fun.
We're good.
Fun. Yeah. I remember when Anna was pregnant, especially with Silas, she would think about just moving, and for like the first 5-6 months would just throw up.
Yeah, I do have times now, because before, like, you'd have all the sickness beforehand, so you'd know.
Yeah.
But now if I do it, there's no warning. It just happens. So my neighbors got a nice show the other morning, but...
If you, we got dead drop yak sacks all over our house, so...
Oh, perfect.
If the vomit urge hits, feel free to just shout that out.
Thank you.
Although, if you did skeet it just all over this, it would be a first.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've thrown up on someone, so...
And the audio would be one of a kind.
I'd buy you a new microphone.
New
microphone cover, maybe.
Yeah. No, you're good. Does anything specific give? Have you, like... So Jason said that in his most recent little outing, he shared that Applebee's is, like, now a game changer for him.
Applebee's is so bad. So... With I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, so my collagen looks like spaghetti. Everything's really... But then my organs don't hold up super well, so I get constipated a lot. But during pregnancy, I haven't been constipated.
It has, fixed it.
Yeah. So now things like really sugary coffee drinks... Don't worry, guys. It's decaf.
Even if it wasn't, it's... Anna's doctor was like, yeah, just drink the coffee. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Granted, Sarah's wild, so.
I mean, you can have like 200 milligrams a day, so.
Huh.
Applebee's. It's been a learning experience.
Yeah. Yeah. It just was funny because I had always complained to Jason because we go after Yam, and then I would text him and say, dude, why? Why did we do this? And then he said, yeah, I'm kind of there with you now.
The last time we went to Applebee's together made me kind of wish we had 2 bathrooms. That was like there was a schedule, especially when we'd both be sick. Man. When I was in first trimester, because then I'm constant. So I those are the vomit days. Yeah, I threw up in the kitchen sink quite a bit.
No, you just gotta kick Jason out of the bathroom.
Look, if there's something I'd rather clean up, it would be my vomit out of the sink and not anything else off of any other surface.
Yeah. He's got it going on, I guess. Mm-hmm. He told me too much. He told me to ask. He said, "Ask her about my bathroom problems."
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to do that though.
So it's. It can happen with Roundup when you're farming for so many years. Oh. You can get leaky gut.
You think that's what's going on?
Oh, totally.
Really?
Like, he doesn't have a diagnosis because they're like, oh, we want to do all this tests and stuff. Like, I'm like, no, I'll just feed you as if you have leaky gut, and then he does a lot better. And then if we go out and eat, sometimes it just doesn't go well. Does
it leak on the inside?
I'm trying to remember.
It sounds bad.
Like, it can get set off by certain types of dairy and, like, especially fried food.
Huh. It almost sounds like kind of gallbladder-ish. I don't know. Anna had gallbladder problems years back, and that was like fried food was game over. It just like was awful.
But I have to eat pretty autoimmune friendly right now anyway, so.
What is that? So you have to explain these alternative diets, because I pretty much eat like a middle school boy still.
So I'm not eating gluten or a lot of grain right now, and I'm not eating any processed sugars.
Okay.
And then as I get closer to pregnancy, I have to stay away from any foods that can be inflammatory towards my disorders. So I'll have to cut out certain vegetables, and I might have to cut out more types of dairy and grain as a whole, depending on how bad my inflammation gets.
Weird.
Or else my symptoms are way worse and my whole body's just on
vegetables.
fire. Yeah.
I feel like yeah, you hear that? Some vegetables are bad for you.
That's not true. Don't listen to him.
That's what I've learned.
Don't eat my diet. It's made specifically for people with crappy genetics like mine.
Huh. Yeah, so do your parents have Ehlers-Danlos?
So my cousin on my dad's side has it, and my biological sister has it. My mom has had a lot of symptoms over the years, but never got a diagnosis, so we don't really quite know.
Interesting.
But like, we have a lot of autoimmune disorder stuff. Like, my dad can't have the top 9 allergens, and then like certain vegetables.
Weird.
He can't have dark meat.
Huh. That's wild. Huh. Wow. So that Ehlers-Danlos and all of these autoimmune, they're pretty tied to like gut health, bathroom life a little bit. Because I always thought
I'm gonna have to get my first colonoscopy at 30.
Wild. No.
Yeah, that's what my dad's doctor told him.
Oh gosh.
So, and I figured I should probably listen. Like, no one on my dad's side of the family has their gallbladder, so.
Yeah. I know that day is in the future for me. I like to think that it's at least however many years, 10 plus. Yeah. You're like, okay, you'll have to, maybe one day in the future when you're post colonoscopy.
I think giving birth before having a colonoscopy is I think it won't be as bad. Yeah. As long as I have a good team. A crappy provider changes everything.
Yeah. I don't know how to ask this question, so I'm just going to ask it. And if it's like, no, that's not it. Are you excited for like the whole like having a baby thing?
Well, I am really scared, in the way that like my ribs have been dislocating a lot.
Yeah.
And my knees, and like hips dislocate more. So I'm worried that like while I'm giving birth, it's going to be, and the rib kicks. I'm scared about those. I am very excited. But yes, also, I did just come from a birthing class, so I feel a little extra terrified.
Oh, no.
Because I'm informed of just how much I have to do.
Yeah, so obviously I'm sitting on the cheerleader side of it, but it does seem, it seems pretty taxing.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
As long as I get a baby out of it, we'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. That's kind of, so, okay. I think you'll be as like, okay, shut up as much as on is. But I have told her, so like kidney stones and men who pass kidney stones.
Yes, I have seen that secondhand. Very much.
I'm convinced that is worse than having a baby. And the reason I say that is I think the process of baby pushing is worse, but the emotional like benefit of it helps that along. Where like if you're a guy and you pass a kidney stone, it's awful and there's no emotional reward. It's like,
well, to be fair, you don't have a crap ton of hormone stuff going on
That's
too.
True.
Like, I know the pain is it's absolutely horrible. Probably worse than a knee. I've had the worst knee dislocation I had, it went out about 180, so it didn't do with like a 360. Like, I knew a guy who did it.
Oh, like it spun around?
Well, no, he did spin around, but it went like, okay, mine didn't do 180. It went like out on the side, and then his did a 180, so it was back, because he got hit by a car.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know how bad that is, but from what I felt, having my kneecap on the side of my leg, Like
you could see it?
Yeah, like like it was flat on top, and my kneecap was just like
gross.
And I feel like a kidney stone's probably a little worse. Maybe around the same. I don't know.
I feel like it has to be.
Because it goes on so long, too.
Yeah, that's my greatest fear.
Like, I can pop my knee back in, and then you just have to wait for the adrenaline to go down, and it just aches. And that's it.
Is it kind of like... So, does any part of the, like, popping it back in place feel good now? Like, do you know, like, when you, like...
No.
Crack your knuckles, it feels good? Is it like that at all?
Like sometimes when my hip pops back in, a lot of things it kind of stopped hurting. It just was, and my body would react negatively to that. Like my shoulders are almost never like quite where they belong. But with pregnancy, the pain like has come back a lot, so you can actually feel it, and you're like, oh man,
fun. All
that pain tolerance for nothing. Well, until after the baby's born.
I was gonna say it's like. Sometimes you hear about people that like, oh, I had pregnant, and now like this problem that I've had for 10 years, it's just gone because the hormones like level it out. If that makes sense? No. Okay.
It's gotten worse.
Well, can't win them all.
I don't get mosquito bites like I did before though, because mosquitoes don't like Jason, and now I have his DNA in my blood. So
is that like that's?
They don't like me.
That's weird.
It is weird, but I'm appreciative of it.
Huh.
Like, I've been able to eat dairy.
Jason could, like, I don't know, sell his spit and, like, concentrate that. And...
No, that's not how that works.
Okay. Wrong. Anyway, all right.
His DNA's literally in my blood. Well,
that, friends, is called science.
You're welcome.
Good job, Jason. Well, I have, if you have any bathroom stories, you can stop me at any time. I have a bunch of questions that I ask everyone, and I've already kind of asked a little bit about the Ehlers-Danlos. I've known you for like 7 years. I still don't have like a good grasp on what it is.
That's fair.
It's just, I know that
like... The best way I describe it is most people's bodies and bones are held, and organs are held together by like a strong Gorilla Glue. And mine are held together by, like, not just, like, Elmer's Craft glue, but, like, the glittery Elmer's Craft glue that does absolutely nothing.
Okay. So it's like, there's a lot of floating.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, that would suck if it's not supposed to float.
Like, sometimes I'm just sitting there and I can kind of feel well, not right now because all my organs are squished, but not pregnant. Like, I could just feel my stomach just be like...
So can you... I should have probably asked on this. I never really asked this. Can you feel your organs being, like, pushed?
Yeah.
By the baby? That's weird.
Mean, from what I've heard from my midwife and, like, my mom, who's a nurse and has dealt with autoimmune stuff all these years, is, like, not everyone feels everything as deeply physically and knows where all, like, their bones and organs are. But when you have a disorder your whole life where it's all constantly moving and in pain, aware of it. You're more aware.
Huh.
So I don't know if everything I feel is akin to, like...
That's weird.
The average pregnancy. But yeah, I can feel it.
Huh.
It feels squishy.
That would freak me out. But like...
It feels squishy in my rib cage, which is weird to say. So I try not to think about it.
And here we are, making you think... No. Well, we'll jump into questions. It'll be a good break from that. So what type of toilet paper do y'all have at your place? What type of toilet paper do you guys use?
So I either get Charmin or I get Quilted Northern.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Quilted Northern doesn't... Like, Charmin leaves too much.
The bears are breaking down fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quilted Northern is just, it's strong enough, but it doesn't hurt you.
Huh. Quilted, I think that's what my parents used to buy when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in forever. We just buy Costco. I haven't seen Quilted Northern forever. That's good stuff. And then when you put it on the roll, it's a classic. Do you go over or under?
It's over.
Okay, so does Jason agree with you? I can't remember what he said.
Yeah, I mean, he puts it on, when he does put it on, it is over.
Okay.
So, I'd say so. I don't think he really cares.
Okay, see that, I'm convinced it doesn't matter. That's my
That's fair. Like if I'm at work, as long as my coworker put it on, I don't care.
right.
The fact that they did it just
So what do you say of this crime? So I walked into a bathroom, saw this crime in my own home, and I don't think it was Anna. But I'm also like I'm trying to figure out who possibly. So the toilet paper was gone, and they took the cardboard tube off and threw it away, and then replaced the thing with nothing on it, just like complete empty peg on the roll.
That's evil. That's heinous.
Yeah, I think my son might be behind this maneuver.
With intent to do harm.
Yeah, I my guess is he just was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna look for it. I just know this is empty. I need to take it off. But I walked in there. I was like, this is madness. You were right there. You had it ready to go. Okay, so over. Do you? Yeah. If you go to someone's house and you use the restroom and it's under, will you flip it?
No.
Okay, just leave it.
That's their house.
Okay.
Their rules.
Some people will flip it. They're gutsy enough to flip that around. And
it's not your house. It's not your right to flip their toilet paper.
I agree. I think we should just leave everybody's toilet paper alone.
You don't go, oh, I have my kitchen cabinets differently. I'm going to change that for you. It's just wrong.
Yeah. Do you prefer bar soap or liquid soap?
I mean, I usually use liquid soap.
Yeah.
But if I do buy a bar soap, like I have a loofah poof magic. So you just lather in there.
Yeah.
And use it.
Jason told me he's been messing around with the Dr. Squatch. I'm trying to mess around with Dr. Squatch. I literally ordered some when I recorded with him, and it's still not here. They haven't figured it out. They're working on it.
It does take a while to get there, but like now that they, like, I think he gets like one package a month or something. Yeah. But we have so many. Like I have a drawer in our bathroom that's like when I always make sure I have one backup of whatever soap we have.
Okay.
And like a good chunk of the drawer is just Squatch soaps. Well,
there you go. Have you ever like thought about trying one of those?
I did.
Okay.
It works fine. It just dried up my skin.
Oh.
So I didn't like it.
Yeah. Fun. Yeah. I don't imagine Jason's worried about dry skin very often.
No.
Having worked on, farms and the such.
The only thing is like working with paper, like if your skin is dry. And then I get more paper cuts and stuff anyway cuz
right.
I don't have good collagen in my skin.
Huh.
So.
Does that make it like resistant? I don't know what collagen does.
No, my skin just gets cut easier.
Oh.
And I get bruises easier and stuff.
Oh.
So then if my skin is dry, like it'll split open and it'll get cuts easier and stuff.
That's wild. What is your opinion of baths? Pro bath?
I am pro bath. Merely because of my disability.
Okay.
Sometimes that's like I have a shower stool I have to use sometimes, and sometimes like there have been times where a bath is the only option, or it just really helps relieve pain.
There's a lady I work with. She like for no reason other than she's just like she just has a shower stool.
Yeah.
She says everybody should just own one and have one and do that. Yeah.
It's a bad place to faint.
Yeah. Have you fainted in the middle of that situation?
I've gotten really close, but I haven't.
Because I know like Anna will take a bath and it'll be hot to the point where she's like, I gotta get out. I'm lightheaded. And I'm like, this seems unsafe.
I will sit down before that happens.
It's too much. Do you have any bathroom pet peeves? It can be things that, Jason or not Jason, but probably Jason do that drive you nuts.
That's fair. Nothing. I do hate wet. Like if the bath mat's really wet, I like to hang it up.
Okay.
And I hate stepping into like by the tub because our washer and dryer's there. And sometimes you're wearing socks, you're gonna do the laundry, and then your feet are just squelching on a wet mat, and I don't like it.
So just pick the mat up.
Yeah, just hang it up.
So what's interesting now? This is similar. Okay, so I had Michael and Kimberly on at the same time, which was fun because Kimberly would say something, and I had Michael on previously, and I'd stare at Michael. I'm like, you little rascal, because I know that you said you do this, and she just said she hates it. I'm pretty sure Jason said he also hates the experience of stepping on a wet floor from showering. So like, is he the one leaving the mat down, and then also like mad that he's stepping in it?
I mean, he usually takes showers at night, and I take them in the morning. So,
okay.
I don't think he really notices.
Yeah.
I do, not my bathroom, but at the clinic. I hate when parents know their kids need bathroom help, but they're not gonna do it, and they're like, "Yeah, my 3-year-old son can go pee by himself," and then they leave. And I walk in and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm cleaning that up.
So that's like y'all, the front desk people is like, you're the cleanup crew for the bathroom?
Yeah, like we have a cleanup crew that comes and does general stuff like at night, but they suck really bad. So I do us at front desk, like does most of that.
Huh.
And then, of course, back office is in charge of cleaning, like, the operatories and sterile and stuff.
Yeah,
And so that's always extremely clean, because it has
that's
to
a
be.
different game.
Yeah.
So Jason's bar soap, have you ever thought about carving him a message in it?
No.
That
is a waste of money.
Well, you just, you carve a little one.
I don't have fingernails. I bite them off. I have nothing to carve with.
Fair enough. Have you ever tried taking a shower in the dark?
Yes. Only because for a while at my parents' house, the light was broken. So you get up at 5 for work.
So accidental.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, I love it. That's like no, I don't. Almost exclusively.
If I move wrong and the light's off and my knee goes out, like that's... Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, that's a different game.
Yeah.
I imagine navigating anything when your leg is not where it's supposed to be is bad.
Yeah, like if I can step on something that's on the floor and you're like, well, my knee's gone. Bye.
Nope. That sounds awful. Do you find anyway. Snacks in the bathroom. Yes, no?
No.
Okay.
When I get up, I'll get up in the morning, I make my coffee, you take a shower, you put your coffee on the side of the tub between the inside and the outside curtain.
Okay.
And you sip it between your different soaps.
Coffee shower. Shower, coffee.
Yes.
Those are different things.
But that's it. Like maybe a sparkling water after work.
I'm trying to figure out how to get my shower head to put coffee out.
No.
Sorry. I said coffee shower. Is it like weird drinking a hot drink in a hot shower? Because that to me, like...
I mean, I typically... I don't usually take super hot showers. I either take lukewarm or slightly cold.
Really?
Unless, like, I'm getting dystonia, which is... basically cramps that are so tight that like the different things start moving on their own. So like when my neck starts moving around or my arm.
Yep.
That's dystonia. So I'll take hot showers to like help with that. But other than that, like I feel a lot better taking a cold shower. So
really?
Yeah.
That sounds like the worst thing ever. I hate cold showers.
I used to think the same thing, but when your chronic illness gets bad enough and that thing helps it
so cold helps it.
So yeah, like cold showers, like for certain things. Yeah,
that's wild, huh? Because like, I don't know. I always thought heat was the thing.
Heat is the thing for my muscles, but like for the dysautonomia and stuff, cold is.
That's wild.
They kind of work against each other.
Yeah, man, that is... I guess it would have to be pretty bad because like our water heater will go out here. Our garage gets 105 degrees because there's no ventilation and the sun hits it all day. And our water heater will like trip and go out and I will be in the shower. I'll get so mad because it's like ice cold water the water's colder than it is in our house. And I'm like, this is so dumb. I hate this so much. I get so angry. But you're like, yeah, that's great. Have you ever thought of, okay, so there's this thing where you eat an orange in the shower as if it's an apple. So what are, like, you've already said you're not like, what are the odds you would ever try that maneuver?
So right after Jason recorded his last podcast, he requested when I went to the store that I buy him an orange.
Oh, yes.
So he hasn't told me. He hasn't told me how it is.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying it until I get his report.
I think, and this is probably, someone will be like, that's sexist. And here I am. But I think there's something like in the guy's brain of like, I can make the biggest mess everywhere with this piece of fruit and there's no consequences. That is appealing.
I agree. Because I don't usually really like plain oranges anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen people eat like steaks, like men eat steaks in the shower and they post it on their Facebook. And they're like, I'm in America, so I'm eating a steak.
Who are these people?
My dad's friend, Chris.
Oh my gosh.
Some other middle-aged men.
Wait. They're eating steak?
Yeah. Like he had one like that. I think it was like a flank steak and it was still on the bone.
And you're eating it while they're showering?
Yeah.
Are they like holding it? Or they got like a fork?
They were just holding it.
Like they're eating it like primal maneuver eating it.
Yeah, like if it's attached to a bone, they'll have the bone.
Huh.
I've seen this from multiple middle-aged men on Facebook.
I'm okay. There is going to be more research that is happening now.
I think it's a particular sect of middle-aged men.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Luckman said he ate ribs on the toilet. Like, that was a maneuver he's tried a few times. And I went, listen, there's so much finger sauce that...
How do you know what's on your fingers?
Well, so his thing is like, he finishes the food before he begins wiping, but I'm like, that toilet paper is going to be a nightmare with the barbecue on your, like...
Yeah, no, it's... Like, that's a sin.
I would try it. I would do messy ribs in the shower, though. That's... The steak has spurred my brain into, shower steak. I'm going to just make myself a note real quick. Yeah. Shower steak. Because, they might be onto something. Seems suspicious. What do they do with the bone when they're like...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't ask them intimate details about their steak showering.
I imagine that there have been some angry husband and wife conversations if they leave that, like, not on piece of bone in the shower on accident. Because every now and then I will like have a shower drink and I'll leave the can. And it's like, all right, yeah, it's annoying. I could not imagine getting in the shower and there's just like a T-bone steak bone just sitting on the thing. It's like, oh my gosh. Has your dad ever tried it?
Not that I'm aware of.
He can't do is that dark meat steak?
I mean, he can't have like dark meat like from chicken or turkey and stuff because it closes his throat up. But
fun.
Like beef is fine.
Okay, you have to ask your dad. Have you ever?
My dad. He's a much more private person than I am. Well, we don't talk about those things.
Maybe Jason can ask him. That's the path forward. Sick Jason on it. Hey Jason, ask Mr. Shiloah's dad if he's ever shower steaked.
Like just. Me having the knowledge that he had colon cancer when he had it was a pretty big like growth.
It's pretty private
as far as privacy in our relationship.
Man, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we talk about a lot, just not bathroom body things.
Yeah.
Like my mom's a nurse and I work in dental and I love biology, so we talk about anything and he just leaves the room.
Your dad's like, I'm out.
Like, we'll be like, yes, I'm pregnant. And he's like, all right, you guys have your girl talk. I'm gonna go.
You should just corner him one time and just unload a story. It'd be so funny, though.
He doesn't deserve... He's a good dad. He doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
He raised me well.
It's funny, though.
Taught me how to break noses.
Yeah. Fun. Well, speaking of things that you probably would never ask your dad.
All right.
Do you know what a waffle stomp is? Let's start with the.
I do. I am
perfect.
aware.
So, and you don't. I have been told. So when I sat down with Kimberly and Michael, I was told, hey, it's kind of weird to ask a lady if they've done this. So I'm not going to ask you, but if you want to share whether or not you've done it, you can.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I don't think Jason has. I for the life of me can't remember his answers because this was like from 3 years ago. But
yeah, no, I'm the one who cleans the tub, so you better not.
Yeah.
And the grate we have now in the tub, like it kind of looks like a checkerboard.
Oh, that's the perfect. That's like literally the waffle pattern.
No, but it's really tiny.
It's
teeny square holes. There's if you try and squelch it through there, you're just gonna be left with a pie tin of crap.
Yeah.
No.
That's
wrong.
The type that we have, this one has not had it. Anyway, but that type is the worst because it's just like the ring with the thing in the middle. And like stuff can sneak by before it gets liquefied. Yeah. So anyway. So if you ever had, so you're like a get out bathroom, do you ever have to get back in situation?
See, I've never had that problem.
Really?
Like no.
That's why. Then maybe that's a guy thing, because
being pregnant is the most consistently that I have ever gone. Like typically with my I'm just extremely so like I'll go 20 days and that would be normal for me. And I'd have to.
That's
I am very familiar with over-the-counter laxatives. Only magnesium citrate would do anything. Nothing else.
Have you ever tried dragon fruit?
No.
Yellow dragon fruit will,
that is
liquid plumbers.
That is a post-pregnancy try because right now we're doing fine.
20 days.
Yeah.
Does your doctor Does your doctor know that?
I mean, nah. I'm in the middle of looking for a new
doctor. You're an adult. You know what you need to do. But that's I don't know if it's impressive or scary. Because for me, the thought of 20 hours is too much. Like I start I start having like existential questions about
before pregnancy, if I was doing really good, it'd be like every 3 days.
Really? That is concerning for me. Like everybody's different.
I did struggle with gastroparesis a lot, so that's part of it.
Only because of this show do I know what that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that means when your stomach's not moving at all, so you don't digest anything.
Yeah. I had a mentor kid that because his home life was so awful, like his intestine, like he had it from trauma, the whole thing shut down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had to...
I didn't even know it could shut... mine was allergy-induced.
They had to give him, these weird enzymes to get his stomach to start...
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it was wild. But so, a normal person, this kid, who I don't know if I can name him now, he's an adult, and this has been 4 years, but I'm not gonna... But this kid... You would think, if my tummy is not digesting anything, I would lay low on the amount of food that I'm, but no, he was 2-3 Big Macs and a large fry, and then he would just throw it all out.
Oh.
Dude was wild. Yep.
That's
and I'm like, hey, bud, that's $20 worth of food that you just...
he has a healthy relationship with food now.
I don't know. But his exact thing was, I'm not eating it for nutrition, I'm eating it because it tastes good.
Is he sure it wasn't for emotional reasons?
I think that was probably some of it too. But yeah he's good now. When I quit mentoring him, he was digesting A-okay as far as I'm aware. So yeah. So no snacks. Is that a strict no snacks ever? Or
strict
is that
no snacks. If I'm taking a relaxing bath, it's been a crappy day at work. Ton of people said a lot of bad things. You're
people are great and they never are mean ever.
I will say if you're gonna cuss at me, it has to be creative. I have a few fun creative ones that I love. My just real quick, my top favorite is a woman that our cleanings are booked 8 months out.
Holy cow.
She has OHP, so wherever she goes, the cleanings are going to be way booked out. And it's for her child.
Yeah.
And their appointment was a week out. And she was calling to confirm the date and time.
Yeah.
In the middle, she interrupts me. And she's like, cancel the appointment. I'm going to go somewhere else because your voice is too... And she hung up.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's a clinic joke now. If you're listening to this, ma'am, you're a joke in our clinic.
You are a joke.
You're a joke.
I don't even.
But yeah, like like if if it's been a bad day at work, taking a bath pre-pregnancy, you'd have a little bit of alcohol. Now I have a sparkle water.
Yeah.
And you have a little charcuterie board.
Oh dang!
You've got a little murder mystery.
All right.
That.
Hey, I don't understand, but I know that it's a thing because Anna does it. Not the shark. I've never seen the charcuterie. I don't even know how to say the word.
Like a girl dinner.
I don't know if Anna's ever done girl dinner in the bath.
Like it's part of the process.
There's been an iPad and a book and wine or a fizzy drink. I'm trying to think.
That's all right. But that's the one exception.
Usually the bath is like, hey, Hunter, I'm going to take a bath. And that's kind of like code word for you're on deck if one of these children wakes up because I'm doing this now.
Yeah.
You guys have that to look forward to. That's a new dynamic. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Has anyone ever prepped you on the first baby diaper? It's Jason's duty on that one, but so I told him.
Yeah, I've been prepped on the first baby diaper and the baby period. Because we're having a girl.
Yes. I didn't know about the baby period. So I learned, when Silas was born, he pooped. It's a good thing. But it looks like black tar heroin. Yeah. The first one. And I thought there was something bad. I was like, doctor, there's something wrong with my child. And he goes, no. And I looked at it and I went, that is not normal. And then Sarah had like blood in her diaper, and I went, "Oh my gosh." Anna, and that was where they're like, "Yeah, babies, all the hormones, they'll have a little." I'm like, "No, no."
I mean, sometimes they have the black tar poop like before they come out, and then it's just in your amniotic fluid.
Gross.
So they prep you, and they're like, "Hey, if it comes out green, and like
gross."
There's any black in there, they're like, we want to make sure there's no infection.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is heinous. I mean, it's beautiful. Question mark?
Maybe not that part. We don't have to call that part beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. Well, so that's all the questions I have. I do have like one last one that is at the end, but do you have anything that you want to share with people either about being pregnant in the bathroom or Ehlers-Danlos in the bathroom or any of those things, or just
that time of peeing myself at work was pretty rough.
Did Jason like bring you a change, if anything, or was it like no,
he was in his first 90 days of his new job.
Yeah. So this is moderately.
So I just went home for the day. I was done.
I'm taking the day.
I was like, hey guys, so I threw up out of my nose. I'm going home. They were like, yeah, that's fair.
That sounds bad.
I
will do anything not to throw up, by the way. Like, nope. Anna's never seen me throw up.
You just gotta get used to it, man.
I will do anything not to.
Wow.
Yeah,
impressive.
So for the listener, Anna just shouted from the other room that it is in fact true. She's never seen me throw up. It's not because like I have to be almost dead to be throwing up. I hate it.
Well, okay, there is one story. It is a period story. I don't know if it counts.
I mean, from what I can tell, that has a lot to do with the bathroom, so...
Okay, because it is funny, and I think now that it's been, like, 8 years... 7... How many years... We can laugh now. But... But it was in high school and I was taking the ACT. So they took us out on buses to the Boys and Girls Club in town. So we're all...
You did the ACT at the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we're all in these desks and I'm in the back of the gym. So I have to walk out in front of everybody, my whole class, to leave to go to the bathroom. And I had these like lighter olive green pants. So, and you could only get up at certain times to use the bathroom. And I'm like, if I get up at any point, like, I don't want them to fail me because they were so serious.
Yeah.
So in the middle, like, I finally get up because I'm like, it'll be too big of a problem. They didn't fail me. It was fine. But I had to walk out in front of my entire class looking like a Christmas tree.
No.
And then when I finally walked back in, my mom had brought me a different pair of pants. So then I have to walk back in front of my whole class in a different pair of pants. So it was really, I was horrified at the time.
Is that like...
But, you gotta laugh.
Yeah, I guess. Because no guy has ever had anything that is like that. It's just not a reality. The only thing that a guy can do is totally crap their pants in the middle of something. That's all right. Does every girl have a story like that?
I think most. I mean, I have multiple.
That's crazy. It does. Yeah. Huh.
It's just part of the deal.
Yeah, it is, but it doesn't. It seems like awful in every way.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Man.
So.
But at least you know.
I do laugh now.
That's good. Whew. That would be tough. Yeah. I dread the day that like Sarah. That call's going straight to Anna because no.
Yeah,
it's outside of my. Well, you guys are having a girl.
Yeah.
Make Jason deal with it. That'll be fun.
No, I can do it.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I'm happy to do it.
Did anybody give people are awful? Did anybody give you like crap for it, or is it one of those things where it's like, it is what it is?
No one gave me it just was what it was.
There
were back then in middle school, there was a lot of stigma of oh, you don't use tampons, you're not a little kid, I'm like, oh, I have a disorder.
Yeah. Huh.
So I don't know if that's still a thing, but that was the worst of it. Is people would judge you.
Nowadays the tampons are just everywhere. They're in the men's bathroom at the high school, so that's fun.
And they're filled with arsenic.
Yeah, and they turn them into giant bowling balls and sling the wet tampons down the hallway and played tampon bowling. That is a real thing that happened at your previous former high school.
Hey, I'm gone. I've been gone for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Thankfully I haven't had to deal with any of that at work yet. Sometimes they won't wrap them before throwing them away.
At least they throw them away.
Yeah, but it's in the garbage. Most of the work is done. I just have to change the liner.
Oh God. So when I was a janitor in Salem, the office that I worked for was 90% female. And the ladies would flush their tampons, which is fine, but they swell up. And we're on septic there. Don't flush them. Anyway.
I don't understand why you as a grown adult would flush.
They would, and they would get when it would get bad, it would get stuck in the S-bend.
No.
And they would swell up and plug it. And it's you dumb. You're just stupid. Well, that story was... I'm sorry that happened. I'm glad you can laugh about it.
You don't have to share it if you don't want to, but I'm open.
If you're open about it, it'll probably land in there. Because I'll be honest, besides Anna and Kimberly was a half because she was with Michael. And so it was a lot of Kimberly making fun of Michael. You're the first lady perspective other than Anna on this show. So
I'm just glad I wore green pants that day so I could be festive.
Okay, yep. It's okay. Yeah.
So that's,
Yeah. Is that what the whole, like, don't wear white after whatever time of year is? Is that what that's
Don't
about?
wear white after
Memorial
Labor
Day?
Day?
Labor Day? Is that what that's about?
I don't think
I never understood it.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not going to try to figure it out.
I have no clue what it's about.
That sounds
I
awful.
wouldn't suggest wearing white if you're on your period.
That's good advice. I feel like then you're just begging for...
Don't wear khakis either.
Don't worry. Okay. Hey, there you go. Do you have any bathroom wisdom that you want to leave people with other than don't wear white when you're on your period?
Not really.
Okay.
I have no good bathroom wisdom.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I almost squandered an opportunity. So,
Okay.
the long-standing toilet seat up or down. I know where Anna's at. But you as a lady, the toilet seat up or down, I need you to weigh in.
As a lady, I think I have a controversial opinion.
Oh, perfect.
Um,
And if my wife is in the other room listening, she can go ahead and tap into this one.
well, I'm not. So, my thing is, I think if you're in a house of mostly women, you should put it down. But if it's
Okay.
a house of mostly men, like if you leave it up,
What if it's
like it
split?
takes just as much effort either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like I think in general, it's good to put it down because sometimes guys need it down too, you know.
Yeah.
But like like in the few times Jason has left it up, like it hasn't been a huge, like I just checked.
You just see it and put it down.
Yeah.
Right. So what if the household split exactly 50-50? Boy, girl.
Then mom makes the rules.
Oh, shoot.
Mom's always in charge.
All right. I can't even argue with it. Well, very good. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully this isn't, it's probably maybe the weirdest thing. You did have birthing class earlier, so.
I've done a lot. I've been through a lot of weird stuff.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you being here. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to do the weird, like, close out the show. I always tell people, I feel like if you've ever, so like when dogs go to the bathroom in the backyard, they are stuck. And like, if you watch them, they know you're watching. That's how I feel every time I close the show. So
I feel like I'm about to watch a dog poop in a yard.
So yeah, well, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can follow us, on social media. I'm not going to read all those things because I hate them all. But do you want people to find you on the internet?
No.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks for Kevin and Poddington for the use of their music. This is the end of another episode of Privy. Thank you so much for listening. Keep pooping in the free world. And as always, don't forget to flush. And then this is the maneuver every time that gets edited out. I just cram it back there.
That's perfect.
Yeah.